What's up, y'all? Want to show you guys some a little part of my collection, something a little different, not very different, but a little different. There's a label on this file box. It tells you right there exactly what it is. It is my original PlayStation console. Uh, One little thing I want to ramble about that. I mean, it's a little relevant, but otherwise I will focus mostly on this. So this original PlayStation, believe it or not, now if you know me, I'm kind of an all around geek, but my main thing is toys, right? Some of you might be big gamers. I know some of you. I know some of you personally that actually are. Most of my friends are big gamers. I'm not the biggest gamer. I've always liked video games, but I'm not like I wouldn't call myself a gamer. Anyway, so sad but true. This original PlayStation was I got, like in the late 90s, is the last new video game console that I actually purchased and owned. So in that time, I've semi had an Xbox 360 when I lived with my brother, and I took it with me when I moved out. But then I eventually gave it back when I just didn't need it anymore. More recently, in the past few years, 2 3 years, a friend has given me a PlayStation 3, which then broke. And then another friend has given me a PlayStation 3, which recently broke, which was a big part of the reason that I dug up this old PlayStation. Because while I'm not really a gamer, it's still nice to have a system around that I can mess with. So anyway, yeah, this is the last system I actually own. Now, before this, I actually had a lot as well. Although it was when I was a kid, and it was kind of like shared between my brother and I because it was actually gotten by my parents. We had the original Atari, we had an original Apple computer, we had the original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis. I think that's it. I'm not sure. Game Gear, Game Boy. I later got like a Game Boy Advance, and anyway, this was on me right here. So anyway, I'm no expert on the models or variants of these, but this is older than the later PS1, which had a very different body on it, but it was actually still in very excellent condition. Because while I did use this a lot back in the day, again, I still didn't use it heavily because I'm just not that big a gamer. But going back to the model, as you can see there, September 1998. So that's a few years. Because if I'm not mistaken, the original PlayStation release in the US version was in I think it was actually in September as well of like 95. So mine's like 3 years later. There's the actual model right there. So anyway, there's that. There's all the accessories I had, and the controllers. This is funny right here. It's an adapter for, I forgot what exactly these cables were called. Coaxial cables, I think. Had to have a memory card. Well, you didn't have to have it, but original instructions. It's like it came straight out of the box. It's like never touched. And then I did have this as well. I forget exactly what it was called, but it was the gun. I think I only had one game that you can use with this. So there's that. And then, so I'm a little on the fence, but why not? Let's go ahead and go through my games. Now, here's the thing. You see there's 4 stacks of games here. Only this stack here is original, official, genuine, officially licensed PlayStation games. The rest of these are all bootlegs that I imagine like about 90% of them I got while in the Philippines. So back then, you can get your console, modded or chipped or whatever you want to call it, so that you can play like the bootleg games. or pirated games, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, you know what? Why not? I'll try to be quick. So I had a few. Uh, original games. So I'm pretty happy about that. Bust a Groove. I'm gonna try to go through this quick and not like spend too much time talking about any of them. Creatures. I don't think I ever. Oh, here's another thing. A lot of these games that I'm gonna show you, I know for a fact I never even played yet, like even once. I'm so kind of now. I probably played more of these, because there was probably of the bootleg ones I got. There's probably quite a few more that I was really into, but of these official ones, I know there's a few. I want to say at least I gave most of them a play, but some of them I never even played at all. Like this. I don't know if I got this on clearance or this was given to me or something like that. This one, I love that one. This one, obviously, big fan of Gundam. I don't know if I ever tried this. That's kind of cool, though. Would be interesting. This, I know this is this is one of those iconic titles, Metal Gear Solid, and I'm not 100% sure if this is like the very first original version for PlayStation. And or like I think this isn't a re-release. I know it got because I think it would have there might have been a greatest hits version. I think this is the very original one, which again I've never played it. 100% brand new instructions and everything. So there's that. I never played this as well. Always wanted to, just never did. This one I know I played a lot. I was into this. I think this is my one game that you can use with the gun. Played that a lot. I think I played this quite a bit too. I was a big fan of Goldberg. He's still my all-time favorite male wrestler. That's really cool. And then so that's it. That's all I ever got. And then there's a few like kind of promo or sample discs. This was like promo one from Pizza Hut. I know it's all just like samples. I imagine if even that, or just like trailers or something. And there's demo disc. So sample demo disc is the other name for them. I don't think I ever tried this. I don't know if it's even open. Anyway, and then this, I don't know if I got this. Oh, Blockbuster. I don't know if I got it like when Blockbuster was closing or what, but yeah. So this is also an original, but it was from Blockbuster. So pretty used. None of my games would look like this. All of mine, no matter how much I played them, because I don't know for how these things get scratched up, people mistreat them or whatever, but mine would look like untouched. But still pretty cool. Sure, I got this for cheap. So there's that. I'm gonna try to zoom through these other ones a little faster so this video isn't too long. The rest of these are in jewel cases. These two weren't. I don't know if I ever played either of these. If anything, I might have tried this out. This one's funny. It's a 3-in-1 game. Bruce Willis Apocalypse. And again, these the rest of these are all bootleg. You can tell from the shittier quality of the look of everything, but also the fact that they look like regular, CDRs. Armored Core. Assault Retribution. That's a hard word to say sometimes. I know this is one that I really enjoyed. And here's another little side note. I don't think I ever played this. I probably never played any of these games to completion. I probably have on older consoles, like Genesis, Super Nintendo. I don't know about original Nintendo. I was a little younger, or even Atari. Not sure about N64. But I know for sure none of these. By the time I got this, I was casual enough a gamer that I mostly just played just for a few minutes, just to have fun, and usually like fighting games. So there's that. Never played stuff like is this an RPG or something like that? Never actually got around to playing those. This I loved, the Crash Bandicoot games. My nieces in the Philippines, which I won't ramble too much, but they are who I met my now wife through way back then. Like nearly 20 years ago, they were big into the Crash Bandicoot games when I used to stay with them. Used to stay up really long playing those. I don't think I ever finished any of them though, but still had fun. Contender, Dance Dance Dance. This is cool. Danger Girl. Now, if you're a comics nerd, also, that's pretty cool. I don't know if I ever played this. If not, I'm gonna have to give this a play. Some of these like are cool like that because having been a fan of the comic, that I wish I would have gotten the originals. Dodge 'em. This is funny because I still to this day, here another little side note. This might take away some of my geek cred depending on how much of like an anime nerd you are. I have never actually watched any Dragon Ball in any form. Yeah. There's that. Drag Stars. Einhander. This was a shooter. I remember this is one that I played a lot. Don't know how far I ever got, but I played this quite a lot. The Fifth Element. I know this is one of my all-time favorite movies. I don't know if I played much of the game. Guilty Gear. This is another one. I really love that. I actually wish I had the original of that. This was a Japanese game. Gunbike. I think I gave that a play quite a bit. Looks fun. Kickboxing. This is a 3-disc set. Macross. Do You Remember Love? I don't think I ever played this. It's also it's a bootleg, but it's also a Japanese game. Big fan of Robotech. This was one of my all-time favorites. This one I played a whole lot. Also wish I had the original. I might have to see how much that goes for on eBay. That's one I actually would still like to have, an original one. Mega Man Legends. Mega Man Legends 2. Mega Man X5. Mega Man, or is that Mega Man? I always get confused with things with X in the title. Is that 10 or is it X? I was about to say Mortal Kombat. Is it Mega Man X or Mega Man 10? So if you know, let me know. And then this is 6, Mega Man X or Mega Man 10. That would not make sense. It was Mega Man 10 and 6. So yeah. Anyway, Metal Slug. This one I know I loved. I love this in the arcade. Metal Slug. Again, is that X or 10? Yeah, stop confusing me. NASCAR 2001. That looks fun. This is one that I actually, right now, I feel like I would enjoy playing. This was another one of my favorites back then. A little chibi version of the awesome Capcom characters. This is a funny one that, I'm surprised that I have. Pooh's Party Game. Interesting. Oh, here's another one of my favorites. Oh, I love this. I wonder if this ever gone on to have sequels, but this is one that I also would love to have an original copy of. Really cool. I love that game. This one, Star Wars Masters of... I'm not gonna fucking try to pronounce that, but yeah. I know I loved playing this one too. It's basically Star Wars fighting game, so. And what is this? Street Hoverboard Racing? Streak or Street? Oh, I can't. Streak. Okay, Streak Hoverboard Racing. Then winding down here. This is one that I think I bought on eBay. I hope I didn't pay. Or was this from the Philippines? I'm not sure. Big fan of Super Robot Wars, but it was not really the kind of game I enjoy. Siphon Filter 3. I think that was a pretty popular series at the time. Tekken 3. This was a fun one. I was really into Tekken as well. Thunder Force 5. Perfect System. I'm pretty sure I really like this one too. Not as much as Einhander. Tomb Raider Chronicles 5. Vigilant. I was gonna say, how's this? Is this V8 Vigilante 8? Okay, Vigilante 8. Not sure if I ever played that. Oh, so that's it. And then the last of these, these were discs that the bro, Steve, DJ Death back in the day, Twisted Tripod Photography, right? I think is what he goes by now. And this was way back then, late 90s, early 2000s. He burned a bunch of games for me. Biohazard, Gun Survivor, The King of Fighters 98. I don't know how many of these I actually played, but pretty cool now that I'm seeing all these. Metal Slug, I wonder if this is a different version than one of the bootlegs I have. New Japan Pro Wrestling. I remember some of these like this. It's the Japanese version. And like I had trouble playing because all the menus were all in Japanese and stuff. Samurai Showdown 3. I'm pretty sure I played this because I loved Samurai Showdown. Skeleton Warriors, that's cool. Thrill Kill, that sounds interesting. Vampire Hunter D. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna have to revisit this, see if oh, it doesn't have Japanese menu. And Women's Japan Pro Wrestling. And then last but not least, Chopper Girls. Now that's not actually a game. I can tell you guys that much. That was a 1, 2, 3. If you get what I'm saying. Anyway, so there you guys have it. A look at my my original PlayStation and collection of games for that. So again, I really dug this up because I wanna give this a play again. So yeah, here's hoping it works. I mean, I imagine it should. I mean, unless it just degrades and like, you know, breaks down even with no use. So we'll see. Here's hoping. As always, hope you guys enjoyed and thanks so much for watching.